Josh, hello and welcome, and thanks for doing this.
Of course. Thank you, Doug.
I want to start with, can you tell me about the Gatorade Is It In You campaign and what it means to help bring this back to such an iconic tagline, knowing that MJ was the one to help launch it?
Yeah, to be a part of it, obviously, I can't thank Gatorade enough for allowing me to be part of something that's so special and so iconic. And obviously, Michael Jordan being the athlete and the basketball player that he was and is, and the guy that he is, it's pretty awesome to be a part of something that not only did he headline once, but he's helping in the revival of bringing it back. And it's as a kid, I remember seeing some of those videos and the colored sweat, and Gatorade's been such a fantastic brand for me without me even knowing it too. Like as a kid on the sideline drinking Gatorade, and now to be partnered with one of the best brands in the world, let alone the best brand in the sports cycle and industry. I think it's pretty surreal to me.
Yeah, no question. You have a lot of new receivers on your roster. Keon Coleman from Florida, selected with the 33rd overall pick, is a big receiver with a big personality. Loved his college tape. How are things going with him so far? And what are your first impressions of him, both as a player and as just a guy, just a teammate?
Yeah, I think first impressions are one, he loves football, and I think that's the number one thing. You know, guys that love football and do things the right way typically play a long time in this league. So he's definitely got the makeup and the mindset. He's learning the playbook at an accelerated rate. We're kind of throwing him into the fire right now in OTAs and kind of forcing his hand there, which is good to see. But he's handling it in stride. And physically, he's a big guy that can move and drop his hips, and he can turn and catch a back shoulder ball. So the physical attributes are there. They're fun to be playing with that. And, like you said, we got a lot of new guys in that room, bringing in Curtis Samuel and Matt Collins and MVS and Chase Claypool and a couple other guys. And it's cool to see how these guys are working right now. Everybody's hungry to go out there and improve what they got. And, we're having a very competitive OTA right now.
But you as the quarterback, it circles around you. As the quarterback, what is the most important thing when it comes to establishing a connection with new receivers? Because it is such a different room now.
Yeah, I think, taking the time to get to know them off the field in outside of the facility. So having people over for dinner, going out and golfing with guys, fishing, whatever it is, making sure that you're spending time with guys outside the building and learning about their history, their family, what makes them tick, and doing it in a genuine way. I think sometimes the league can be transactional, but the relationship part of it, I think, is very real, especially for me. I think that the more you can trust someone off the field, the more you trust them on the field. And I'll live and stand by that as long as I live.
Yeah. So you're going into your seventh NFL season. Time does fly. What do you know now that you would tell rookie Josh Allen is like the most important thing you've learned in these almost 7 years about being a quarterback in the NFL?
Um, I think maybe telling them success is measured in different forms. I think. Obviously, I think the same. I still have the same mindset though. I think every time I step on the field, like obviously we're playing to win the game. It's Super Bowl or bust. Every single year. There's only one team that's happy in a year, but I'm still not happy or satisfied with how things have gone in the past. I want to be able to be the quarterback that gets the Buffalo Bills over the hump to win a Super Bowl, and I'm going to work tirelessly. Is that a word? Tirelessly. There we go.
Yeah.
And until I get that job done, and obviously it takes 52 other guys on the roster to help accomplish that feat. It takes a coaching staff. It takes a GM and an owner. It takes everybody in the facility to accomplish that goal. So we're fine tuning things right now. We're tweaking things, and ultimately our same goal is the same goal.
I'm kind of a tape guy, so I'm one of these amateur tape guys out here, pretend scouts. I was hoping you could give me your two or three favorite plays of the 2023 season and why they mean the most to you, and then I'll grab them and we'll put them up in the article. Just the plays you most remember in a positive sense from last year.
Okay. Let's go back to the Kansas City one when I'm rolling left and I flick it to Latavius Murray. The catch, fumble, a whole piece of it, that was its own story, part of that play.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to the touchdown against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dalton Kincaid running down the middle of the field. We watched a lot of film on that play in particular of seeing what the defense was going to do pre-snap. I saw what they did, and we had the perfect play call. And Joe Brady actually like chimed down right before the play clock stops him from communicating with me. It's like, they did it, Josh, and like it was like I saw him do it, he saw him do it at the same time. A light bulb went off in our heads at the same time. It was pretty cool moment. And then let's go. I think the play against the Commanders, where it was an empty formation. We double jammed the DNs. I think Montez Sweat was coming free off the not free, but I was warm. I kind of pump faked. I rolled right and threw one to Stephon Diggs. I think that was a pretty good play too.
This is your first full season. That's great. I appreciate that. This is your first full season with Joe Brady as your OC. How much are you looking forward to that, and what makes him great at what he does? Like, if he was your quarterbacks coach before that, but when he got that chair, kind of what happened to the offense, and how did it reflect on your performance?
Yeah, I think the number one thing that he brings is juice and energy to our offense. I think guys can feel how much he loves the game, how much he cares about it. We see how much work he puts into it. He's in the facility all freaking day. And then I'm so excited to kind of actually make this his offense, and I'm just an extension of what he's trying to call. So making sure we're on the same page. He's bringing a lot of different concepts into our offense right now, which is very fun for me. It's not the same mundane things that we've been doing the last 6 years. It's different stuff. My eyes got to be better. My footwork has to be better. And ultimately the ball placement's got to be better. So it's forcing me to be a better quarterback. It's forcing me to learn different things, which I'm all about.
Guys like you, Mahomes, Lamar, where there is that balance between structure and improvisation, and you improvise so well, and it's just hard to contain you in certain instances like that. Just internally in your head in a game, how do you sort of balance those two things? But I have to stay within the structure. There are sometimes I'm just going to go YOLO, and because I'm Josh Allen, I can run for 30 yards or throw the ball over them mountains or whatever. How do you balance those two things within a game, the structure and the improv?
Yeah, I think understanding the game in a situational sense, right? Where if it's a third and short, like if my underneath route's not there, I'm not going to take a chance and throw it deep. I'm going to go try to get a first down using my legs. And then vice versa. Like if it's something long, like if it's third and long and the check down doesn't help us, of course I'm gonna, instead of looking at the short stuff, I may pump a short stuff and then try to get something over the top, but I'm going to use my legs to improvise and allow my guys to get open down the field. Because defenses, they only cover for so long. And I think scramble drill, we've done a lot of breakdowns on it in our offense, and a lot of good, but there's some bad that we're going to try to clean up. And, it's got to be a good play for us, but just, I think, understanding situational football.
Final question for you. And this is a question from the future. The Buffalo Bills have won Super Bowl 59. They did it because blank.
They did it because they came together as a team, and despite everyone saying we're gonna be this or that, we cared about the guys in the building, and all 53 guys just played for each other.
Great. Josh, thank you so much for doing this. Really